If you're thinking about buying one of these 2026 SUVs, stop right now because Consumer Reports just ranked them and the results are brutal. We're counting down from bad to absolutely do not buy bad. Stick around to see which SUV is so unreliable. It scored a 14 out of 100 for dependability. 14! Let's go. Number 9, Mazda CX-90. Coming in at number 9, the Mazda CX-90. Now, this one's interesting because it's actually fun to drive. Road test score, 87 out of 100. That's genuinely impressive. Agile handling, sharp steering. It corners like it has something to prove. But here's the problem. Mazda basically said, we're going to build a brand new engine, a brand new transmission. Never been done before. Translation, zero long-term data, zero reliability track record. Rating, 63 out of 100. Consumer Reports gave it a 22 out of 100 for predicted reliability. That's a gamble, people. You're paying $38,800 to $58,500 to be a beta tester for Mazda's first inline-six engine. And it gets worse. Stiff, harsh ride, unintuitive controls, poor adaptive cruise. Owners, they rated their satisfaction at just 55 out of 100. You want to feel like you won the lottery? Or do you want a car that'll still run in 5 years? Number 8, the Ford Explorer. Okay, Ford made it look good. 2025 refresh, new Google-powered infotainment, spacious cabin, even has a new Tremor off-road trim that looks sick. So why is it here? Reliability is destroyed. 30 out of 100. That's one of the worst scores in this entire class. And remember, the Explorer costs $38,465 to $56,905. You're paying serious money for an SUV that Consumer Reports predicts will spend time in the shop. Frequently. The other problems? Stiff rod, clunky transmission, shifts at low speeds, owner's rated value at just 42 out of 100, meaning people bought it and immediately regretted the price tag. It did score well for driving experience and comfort. But here's the thing. Comfort doesn't matter if your car's in the shop every 6 months. Number 7, Kia Sorento. This one ranked slightly higher, but that doesn't mean it's good, just less bad. The problem? Reliability sits at 38 out of 100, below average, way below average. Compare it to the Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid, which is getting 73 out of 100 for reliability. The Kias are almost half as reliable. Other issues? The non-hybrid version has a stiff ride. The turbo engine's dual clutch transmission causes vibrations at low speeds. Audio and climate control share one confusing panel. Who designed that? On the bright side, safety is solid. Standard lane centering, adaptive cruise control starts at $32,390. So it's affordable, but affordable doesn't matter if it breaks down constantly. Pro tip from Consumer Reports. If you're considering a Sorento, get the hybrid. It scores 73 overall, jumps to number 12 in the class. Still below the best, but way better than this gas version. Number 6, Chevrolet Traverse, $40,800 to $57,400. New turbo 4-cylinder, massive 17.7-inch infotainment screen. Looks modern, feels modern. But here's the verdict. Predicted reliability, 36 out of 100. That's below average. Noisy engine. Some controls are unintuitive. Owner satisfaction, 66 out of 100. Not terrible, but not good. The value score, 46 out of 100. Owners feel like they got ripped off. Now, the Traverse does score well for safety, 5 out of 5 from Consumer Reports, and the second row seat is genuinely roomy. Cargo space, 52 cubic feet. That's actually impressive, but you're paying $40,000 plus for a vehicle that's statistically likely to develop problems within a few years. And when it does, you're out of pocket. Number 5, Buick Enclave. Here's where it gets ridiculous. The Enclave is mechanically identical to the Chevrolet Traverse we just talked about. Same engine, same platform, same suspension, except Buick charged you an extra $5,000 to $20,000 for the badge, $46,400 to $60,000. The Traverse, $40,800 to $57,400. And what do you get for that premium? A 30-inch curved dashboard screen, captain's chairs, a slightly fancier interior. The reliability score, 33 out of 100, worse than the Traverse. The road test score, 75 versus the Traverse's 76, basically the same. Owner satisfaction, 58 versus Traverse's 66. People like the Traverse more. And the engine. They ditched the smooth V6 from the last generation and stuffed in a 2.5-litre turbo 4-cylinder that sounds raspy and unrefined. This is what happens when you pay for luxury branding on a mainstream vehicle. You get the worst of both worlds. One thing to keep in mind, truck repairs can get expensive fast. If you want to protect yourself, we've added a trusted warranty provider in the description where you can check coverage and pricing. Number 4, Dodge Durango. Now, this one's special because Durango owners, they love their Durango. Driving experience, 84 out of 100. Comfort, 81 out of 100. These owners are genuinely happy, and I get it. The Durango is the only 3-row SUV in this entire class with a 710 horsepower supercharged V8. It's insane. Towing capacity, crushes the competition, comfortable ride, quiet cabin. So why is it number 4 on our don't buy list? Safety. The Durango has a 3 out of 5 safety rating from Consumer Reports. That's basic. Every other SUV we're talking about, 5 out of 5. Best. Here's what's missing. Automatic emergency braking for pedestrians, not available. Not even as an option. Highway speed automatic braking, optional only. In 2026, when your neighbor's $40,000 Chevy Traverse has pedestrian detection braking as standard, and your $79,995 Durango SRT Hellcat doesn't, that's a problem. Plus, 18 miles per gallon, the worst in the entire class. The Durango's been on the same platform since 2014. That's over a decade old. It's a muscle car disguised as a family SUV. And muscle cars shouldn't be transporting your kids to soccer practice without modern safety technology. Number 3, Jeep Grand Cherokee L. This one hurts because Jeep tried to position this as the luxury option in the mainstream space. $40,920 to $62,600. They're asking for serious money. And Consumer Reports, this is like, no. Road test score, 72 out of 100. That's the lowest of all the vehicles we're discussing. It drives worse than almost every competitor. Reliability, 29 out of 100, almost as bad as the Explorer. Owner satisfaction, 51 out of 100. People who bought this are not happy. Long braking distances, that's a safety concern. Sluggish acceleration, noisy V6 engine, confusing controls, 19 miles per gallon. But here's the real kicker. The Jeep brand itself ranked number 31 out of 31 on Consumer Reports' entire brand ranking. Dead last. Last place. When your brand is ranked below every other car manufacturer in existence, that tells you something. Jeep tried to bridge the gap between mainstream and luxury. They succeeded at being neither. It's too expensive to be practical. Not refined enough to be luxury. and the data reflects that. Number 2, the Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid. This is possibly the most baffling vehicle on this list. You pay $50,495 to $58,500. That's up to $12,000 more than the regular Mazda CX-90. What do you get? 27 miles of electric range. Sounds cool, right? But then reality hits. Once that battery dies, and it will, your fuel economy drops to 23 miles per gallon. The regular gas version, 24 miles per gallon. So you're paying 12 grand more to get worse gas mileage after the battery runs out. The engine changed too, from a smooth inline-six to a four-cylinder plug-in hybrid. Less powerful, less refined. Road test score, 79 out of 100. The regular CX-90 scored 87. Reliability, 20 out of 100. Second worst in the entire class. But here's what makes this terrifying. Owner satisfaction, 34 out of 100. That's the absolute lowest of any vehicle in this entire three-row SUV category. Do you know what that means? People who actually bought this vehicle with their own money are telling Consumer Reports they would not buy it again. Driving experience, 45 out of 100. They don't even enjoy driving it. Value score, 32 out of 100. That might be the most damning number of all. You paid $50,000 for a vehicle that real owners describe as a mistake, a bad investment, a waste of money. This is what happens when you chase the green badge without actually delivering value. Number 1, GMC Acadia. And finally, absolute worst 2026 three-row SUV according to Consumer Reports. Number 1, the GMC Acadia. Overall rating, 49 out of 100. The only vehicle in this entire class with a score below 50. Now listen to this. The GMC Acadia. It shares the exact same platform as the Chevrolet Traverse. Same engine, same suspension, same architecture. The Traverse scores 36 out of 100 for reliability. The Acadia, 14 out of 100. 14 out of 100. That's not just bad. That's statistically inexplicable. How does the same platform end up this unreliable in one version, but twice as reliable in another? Consumer Reports doesn't know. Nobody knows. And it gets worse. The Acadia costs $43,800 to $65,100. More expensive than the Traverse. Gets the same 20 miles per gallon. Same 328 horsepower turbo four-cylinder engine. Owner value score, 39 out of 100. People feel like they got robbed. The only bright spots, safety is solid. Comfort rating is actually good at 83 out of 100. But when your reliability is a 40, comfort does not matter. This SUV is essentially guaranteed to develop problems. You're paying $40,000 plus for a vehicle that will likely spend more time in the service department than in your driveway. The GMC brand ranked number 29 out of 31 car manufacturers, near the very bottom. If you walk into a dealership and they offer you an Acadia, just walk out. So there you have it. The 9 worst 2026 three-row mid-sized SUVs according to Consumer Reports. The common thread? Reliability kills everything else. A beautiful interior doesn't matter when the transmission fails. A luxury badge doesn't matter when you're making payments on a broken vehicle. If you're shopping for an SUV, trust the data. Avoid these 9. And hey, if this helped you, smash that like button. Subscribe to Bidding for Autos for more real data that actually matters. And drop a comment. Which of these shocked you the most? Thanks for watching. See you next time.